Welcome everybody to Nine's Corner. Hi, I'm Nine. I'm a tarot reader for over 30 years and this is my channel. So if this is your first time here, hi, welcome. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're returning, welcome back, my dear heart. You know how much I love you. So I was so surprised to find out that Canada was going to become the 51st state. I was just really surprised how belittling, how demeaning of him to do it. I know that they said he did it in jest, that it was a joke and that, just a poorly said joke type of thing, but who thinks that? Like, who would be in a situation where they're meeting with another powerful country and then belittle the country?
Also learning about an apparent joke made by the U.S. president-elect during that dinner with Justin Trudeau at Mar-a-Lago. Fox News reporting two sources who sat at the same table saying Trump suggested Canada could become the 51st state if Trudeau didn't like the tariffs. Trump even suggested to Prime Minister Trudeau that he could become governor of the newly minted state. Fox says Trudeau offered nervous laughter in response to the comment.
And I mean, the fact is that Canada is smaller. We have a smaller population. The States is, I don't know how many times bigger than us. But we have come through in so many ways, and we have been a ongoing borderless country with the United States. We've been the best of friends, and we've been there during world wars and 9/11 and everything else. And then for him to joke in this manner is just so inappropriate. Just, But it did kind of make me think, you know what? We're always talking about the New World Order and that, it's no longer a country to country thing. It's global. It's globalization now. And I thought, we're a part of North America. Is there any possibility that far, far into the future that there could be the United States of North America, where Canada would be broken down into so many states and become part of the US to create this super country? That's if we were both online for it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm talking about in the future, because you never know. The reality is that Canada has a lot of resources, notwithstanding I could go into the steel and everything else, but our water resources is probably our greatest that we'll have going on in the future, especially. And where ice is melting, it's creating new waterways for product to be moved. And so I just believe from previous readings that I've done that Canada is going to have this this place in the world. Even though we're a small country, we're a strong country. We're like Britain. We're small, but we're mighty. But it would be interesting to see that, with the need for resources and the possible, the globalization that's happening regardless, will we eventually become part and parcel of the United States? Will we create a new country considered the United North America, or the United States of North America, or just North America? It's just an interesting thought. Let's have a look and see. First card out is sort of like, you never know. It really depends on what happens between now and then. We have free will. That's the thing that everybody has to remember, is that we have free will. So we're definitely balancing out two situations that could happen. We're on any timeline. We could change our minds and go on to a different timeline. And this is what this is saying. So, crossing it, we have the star. This is going to sound maybe ridiculous, but I truly believe in Trump's mind, he has literally thought, I would love to conquer Canada and have it become the 51st state of America. He might be saying it in jest, but anything Trump says, he's letting you know what he's thinking, what he wants to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Underneath. The planning. Okay, guys, in the next couple of months, maybe years, but hopefully in the next couple of months, we're going to hear about somebody saying, Trump actually asked, was there any way we could conquer Canada? Or is there any way we could do something to make Canada become part of America. There's going to be like, he actually had a real conversation about it. In the past, leaving Canada out in the cold, putting the tariffs on Canada and Canada pushing back politically by putting tariffs on the political side so that it really hurt politically for Trump. And that's what changed it to go back. On top of it is the worry, it's the stress, it's, you know, Canada has a small population. We may have lots of resources and great water, and we have great people, we just don't have that many of us. And the majority of Canada's population is along the border of the US, because weather-wise, that's the best place, or the only places you can. In the future, we have the Magician. So just showing that we have the Two of Pentacles, as it's like, you never know what could happen. The Magician is saying, hey, as above, so below. So if you think it, if enough people think it, if Trump actually got somebody thinking about it and they're looking at the future 50 years down the road saying, hey, you know, we may need Canada's resources, that yes, this would be a possibility. The Fool. I'm telling you, we're going to hear about Trump having, because this was all done in jest, in joking around with Justin Trudeau. This was supposed to be Donald Trump just, you know, kidding around with him. But behind the kidding is a line of truth. And that's what we're going to find out about. The Sun, the people around it are reacting in a kind of like, it's funny, but it's not funny. I think they're taking it the same way as I am. A lot of people are taking it as like, there's a highlight on it. Like, ever since he's gotten power, he's been picking on Canada. He really has. It's like, I don't know why he's making such a big deal about us, but he is. He certainly, you know. And the fact is that Canada could do stuff to shore up their border. Canada can do things to work alongside of the US. I'm not saying that there's not work there to be done, but for Trump to go after tariffs and to not have a good conversation and to not put our friendship, you know, oh my God, I've been watching The Sopranos and I almost feel like, you know, what you gonna do? You know, we've been friends for so long. I just feel like I can hear Tony Soprano in my head saying, you know, anywho, ooh, the devil. The fact is that if the U.S. ever decided that they needed our resources, devilish plan, you never know. Walking away. Interesting card. Walking away from everything that you built up. You know, I hate to say it because I'm a proud Canadian and I love Canada, but I could see some things in the future where our waterways will become extremely important. They'll be widened. They'll be able to take bigger ships. We'll be able to bypass the U.S. and they're not going to want us to bypass them. So they're going to want control. They're going to want control of the water. So the possibility of this in the future is real. Trump might have said it in a joking manner, meaning it, believing it underneath it all, truly believing that, you know, just well for Canada to become. And then to demean Trudeau further by saying that he could be the mayor or whatever. It's just, Canada will fight. Oh my goodness. Canada will fight. There'll be a lot of legalities around it, but the tower is there. It's like, if the need is there, if they need us, if they need our resources, they'll take our resources. That doesn't look very nice. The future, there is this possibility in the future that could actually become a reality. Dear, that was kind of a spooky reading to do. Let's go into something different than politics.
In an amended civil complaint, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is now being accused of drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards in New York City.
I want to look into Jay-Z and what's happening there. let's look and see how these allegations are going to affect Jay-Z and by extension, Beyonce. The stars are out. That's just letting you know that they are well connected. They have lawyers, they have money, they have the support of society or people behind them at this point, especially Beyonce. Jay-Z, what's happening? See that card just flip? The Hierophant, the rules, the regulations. He's going to find himself in court, that's 100% for sure. He's going to be found putting the same as what Diddy's going through. He's going to be accused of the same things, and this is supposedly that they were together and shared on this night. So this is showing that that is actually the case. Underneath it all, we got the star. This year in 2025, we are going to be disappointed and dismayed by so many stars and stuff that are going to be caught up in kind of just negative stories. There's going to be a lot of loss of life. The celebrities they're so known to us, and everybody and anybody could be a celebrity, that it's lost its meaning. It's no longer the celebrity of yesteryear, and that's going to be looked at. In the past, we've got the Queen of Swords. That shows that there's already been, this case has been going on for a while. They have information, they have done the background work to do this. On top of it, you've got Jay-Z having to let go, walk away from some of the stuff that he's built up. In his head, he's worried about going away to jail. He's worried about losing his popularity. He's worried about losing his reputation. He's worried about losing his money. I don't see him worried about losing his wife, but it's like that she's a possession to him, and it's all his possessions that he's afraid of losing. In the near future, we're going to have the confusion. Is it true? There's going to be several stories coming out that he's going to be connected in. It's going to be a lot of stress weighing them down as a couple. People around are going to have a lot of empathy and sympathy for his wife. They're going to feel that she was taken advantage of by him at a young age, because there's always been question about when they actually got together and stuff. He's trying to work the situation out to hold things back. He wants to keep information at bay. So he's trying to hold on to everything, his wife, his reputation, his livelihood, his everything. At the end of the day, his reputation is going to be the thing that's going to be looked at the most. At the end of the day, people are going to be pushing. In the beginning of all this, they're going to be pushing for this not to be true. There's going to be support for him. A lot of that support is going to be coming through his wife, not necessarily for him, but for his wife. There's going to be a lot of support. Again, the long-term friendship, the doing it together part. The Page of Pentacles, he's tried to pay off, or there's some kind of legality that has happened prior to that he's been involved in previous to this that's going to come out. That somehow he had a previous bump in with this situation, or it's been something that was put in the works from years ago type of thing. It's not something that's like fresh or new. And trying to defend himself, he's going to have a hard road of it. He's going to have a hard road of it for a while. He's a fool. Depression. Putting money, trying to pay off people, pressure people. This is going to become a case. It's going to become a legal case. It's going to hurt him and Beyonce, but Beyonce's going to be okay through it all. But there's like gossip coming out, and it's like no matter what we hear, we're never going to be sure of what's real and what's not real. But there's going to be a story coming out. And we're going to hear about things going on, not just within the U.S., but things that happened outside of the U.S. Or more likely, because it just hit me, like just like like P. Diddy bringing girls across state lines and stuff like that. That could be part of the case as well. So, and for our last question, I thought let's look at Harry and Meghan.
Apparently we've bought or moved house maybe 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So everyone's just like, what?
Prince Harry laughing off Meghan Markle divorce rumors in New York City.
Because I know in previous readings that we've done about Harry and Meghan, we kind of said that after so many years of marriage, there would be the possibility of separation. And 2025 would be the year for them to separate, the year of 9, the year of endings. They've been not seen together, even though Harry has said, don't worry about it, this doesn't mean anything, they're looking for anything. But let's have a look and just see how are things, and what does the near future, say the next 6 months, bring for them, going over Christmas. Let's have a look. Transformation, endings. If there's a very strong possibility that we're going to hear about a separation between, not now, in the year 2025. Very strong possibility we're going to hear about a separation. It's going to be continuous stories about them spending different time. They're under so much pressure. He's under so much pressure. She's under so much pressure. They want to make this work, but I think there's been a lot of issues, family issues that have torn them apart. I mean, the reality is that they have separated themselves from both families. They are not connected to either family, and very strained relations with those that they still have some communication with. Underneath it all is all defending themselves, fighting all the time, defending themselves, feeling like it's like taking things very to heart and feeling like everything's about me. Everything's not thinking that, King Charles is going through cancer, or Catherine's gone through cancer, or any of that. It's all about what they think about themselves. On top of it, Harry is feeling completely destroyed, and so is she. They're feeling like they don't belong anywhere. They feel like they've played all their cards and it didn't work out the way they wanted it to work out. They're not getting as much empathy or sympathy from people, and I do think that they're having a hard time together, even though I can't imagine him wanting to separate the family, the kids and stuff. Ooh. 2025, you're going to hear about them separating. Harry and Meghan are going to separate in 2025. Justice card comes out, divorce. Knight of Swords rushing in. So it's going to be like all of a sudden 2025 comes and we're going to be like, boom, all of a sudden we're going to hear all this news about it. The Moon, they're keeping it quiet for now. They're trying to work things out. They've been unhappy with each other for a long time now. Things haven't been working out. At the end of the day, it's a Page of Pentacles. So there's going to be an offer. They're trying to figure out, how do we make this work? Will they decide? See, they got the Chariot, doesn't know which way to go because the family is ill affected because they don't want to affect the kids, and the judgment of it all. Right now, they're separated. They're having a hard time communicating with one another. I think a lot of water's been under the bridge, and they've hurt a lot of relationships in their families and stuff, and now they're starting to realize the depth of it, not having grandparents for their children, not having relations, not having those friendships, and that is really ill affecting them. The Judgment card is coming out. In 2025, you are going to see Harry and Meghan split, separate, and very strong possibility of actual divorce happening. So, well, that was a very interesting read. I enjoyed that. As always, I thank you for your time. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, and do all that good stuff that helps my channel. I have our unity candle lit for each and every one of us. And until the next time we chat, take care, cheerio, and God bless.